Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a look at the X-Wing Starfighter, one of the newer X-Wings that LEGO has produced. This is a fantastic set, let me just say. I'm very excited about it. But I did want to go over the box for you before we go into the time-lapse and review segments of this. So it is set 75218, ages 8 to 14. It's the X-Wing Starfighter, so there's no specific X-Wing. There's no like Big's X-Wing or Luke's X-Wing, even though it does come with Big's and Luke's. So you can change it out. It has 730 pieces, which isn't bad. And then these are the characters it comes with. Here's the back features here. The only thing I want to mention about this set is, I mean, it's 80 bucks. And you don't get any extras. You literally get the starship and that's it. So no like ladder, no maintenance dock or anything like that. So something to keep in mind, but I think that it is worth it for this X-Wing. It is very cool and very detailed. And I think very movie accurate in terms of LEGO form. So let's get right into the time lapse. Alrighty, and here is a look at the X-Wing all built. It is pretty cool. It didn't take that long, and I think that it is a really nice build overall. I think that there are some really accurate details in this, but we'll get in that in just a moment. At first, I do want to go ahead and show you the LEGO minifigures. Starting with Luke here, he does come with his classic blue lightsaber and blaster pistol, and his outfit is pretty similar, I believe, to his older version, the X-Wing Luke. His flight suit is still very detailed, but also the same, I believe. And there is a little bit of printing on the back. The biggest change with this Luke is actually his helmet. It is a lot more emphasized all over. The visor is a lot... Well, the other one doesn't actually come with a visor, the old versions I don't think, but the visor that they've made versus like the Force Awakens visors that they had been making and using that sculpt, it's a lot thicker, as you can tell. And I don't know, I'm not quite sure if I'm a fan of it or not. It looks a little odd to me, but it's definitely a lot more raised compared to like this Luke. Now this is Hoth Luke, but at the same time, you still have the same kind of look. This is the first time I think they've ever changed the helmet mold in general. And so I don't know, I'm not quite sure I like it so much, but there is more detailing on the new one than the old one. Everything just seems to pop a lot more. This Luke kind of has some softer features, which is fine. There's his smile. But I'm not quite sure what I really think of the helmets. They're just a lot bigger and they make it a little bit more, I guess, stylistic towards LEGO. But there is that. Here's R2-D2, and he is the same as he has been for 27,000 years. But nice printing. It's nice and even for the most part. They do a stamp that puts the dome on, and of course they almost always are crooked, but it's not horribly misplaced, I don't think. Waiting to see if they'll ever do back printing for these guys. I think that would really make these astromech droids amazing. Moving on to Biggs, which you can get Biggs in, I think, another set or a couple other sets. This is the first Biggs I've ever gotten, so I'm very excited about him. His flight suit is identical to Luke's, which is fine, and he too comes with a blaster pistol there. There's the back of it, and then he has his own helmet, of course, in the new version. There's him and his mustache, and then here's like an angry or concerned or snarky looking Biggs. So really cool, I'm glad to have that. And then here's his droid, which is pretty cool looking. I can't remember the name, but he's nice and he's got a metallic head and legs and then like a gray body, but I think he looks cool. I think this is the first droid that we've gotten of this kind, so definitely really neat in that respect. So with that being said, here is the X-Wing, which is the main reason to get this set. This is actually my second X-Wing ever. The other one I have is Poe's X-Wing, and they've actually made a lot of modifications even since then, which I think is really cool. Talking about those movie accurate details, you can tell there's a lot more details in the engines here in the front. They've added some more things, but most of it does come from the back, which I'll show you. There are a couple sticker pieces here and here, and might I mention that this is the marker for the pilot. So this is Red 3, which is Biggs Darklighter. They also include Red 5. 5 panels. So you can put Luke and R2 in here, or you can put Biggs and his droid in here. Right now I have it set up for Biggs because I have so many Luke Skywalker ships. So I set that up, but I really like that they include that. You get a flick fire missile here and here, or a launcher, whatever. And then on this side too, I just don't have them in there. And then you have 2 stud launchers on this side, which are pretty cool. There are a couple stickers right here on the nose, but I think the nose cap looks very good. That's probably the most similar thing as this section here. And then of course the cockpit is pre-printed, and there's a seat in there, and it looks like a fire hydrant almost, for maybe if there's a fire in the cockpit. And there's a printed piece in here that is not a sticker, which is nice. The droids sit back here. Oh, there's also 2 stickers up here, right there. This is the mechanism that pulls the wings up, which I'll show you in a minute. And then slipping to the back here, I think there's a lot of nice detailing going on here. You've got the color from the little engines. There's some detailing in here, which is nice. And then you can see the rubber bands as well. But I think that overall it looks very good. I'm very impressed with the scale and the detail on this. I think it's very, very accurate for being Lego. So down at the bottom, it does have some landing gear and some landing gear here. This actually has to do with the wing fold out mechanism I'll show you. So basically all you do is pull this item forward and the wings pull out. And I think honestly that they look fantastic. I feel like the angle of the wings is very, very good. And the rubber bands look good with that. In the past, we've seen these X-Wings with like a little twisty knob at the front, but they have this like little handle you pull back. So this is what it looks like from back. And this plate feature with this little knobby thing right here is, say you're going to land your X-Wing and it's supposed to do this. Oops, gotta do it good enough though. There we go. So it closes it. So you can kind of slam it down and it automatically closes the wings. Of course, this motion is not quite as fast in the movies. It's a little bit slower than that. But I like that they've given that concept. It allows you to land your X-Wing and close the S-foils down. I think that that's very cool. I think Lego's done a very good job producing this ship. I always really have loved this rubber band idea because it holds them very, very well. And I think that overall this ship looks great. I love seeing classic X-Wings. This is my first classic X-Wing I've ever gotten. It was a Lego set that I got for Christmas for my husband, and I think it's amazing. It's definitely been on my list, and I've wanted it really, really badly. So I'm very excited to have it. It was a very easy, nice build, and I think that the detailing on it is great. I think that there's not a whole lot more that I think you can do with these guys, because I think they're pretty great to begin with. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this ship in the comments below. If you're curious to see a review on my other X-Wing, I did post X-Wing. If you go to my channel, click on the playlist tab, there is a Lego folder, and I have it there as well as all my other Lego videos that I do reviews on. So you can check that out there, and this one, of course, will be a part of that as well. But I thank you so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll have them coming at you. Thanks. Bye.